Good morning, everybody. It's Falcons Daily. We're back here on a Monday morning. I'm CG, your host, Craig Green, and we are lamenting the Falcons' fourth consecutive loss. They lost in overtime yesterday to the Indianapolis Colts in Berlin, Germany. The score of the game, as you can see on the screen, 31-25. What led to the loss? Mostly just from what my eyes told me watching the game, it was the tackling. Tackling was pretty awful at some points, really on special teams and especially on defense. Watching Jonathan Taylor run for over 240 yards yesterday, largely because we failed to tackle the man. On third down, we were completely atrocious again, and that was some of the telltale factors in this ball game. When you look at the stats, I mean, honestly, it was not a good thing. And Michael Penix, probably the worst game he's had as a pro. 12 for 28. 12 for 28. Not even 50%. So basically, that's 6 of 14 right there. Really awful day for Mike. 177 yards. He did throw a touchdown pass. He was sacked 3 times. Lost a fumble. In comparison, Daniel Jones, 19 of 26, 255. A touchdown, an interception, and also lost a fumble himself. He fumbled the ball 3 times yesterday and lost one of them. The Falcons, he recovered one. The Falcons recovered another one. Another fumble was recovered by Tanner Bortolini, the offensive lineman, to save a possession for Indianapolis. But, every time the Falcons made a mistake, the Colts made them pay. The biggest mistake of all was not tackling Jonathan Taylor when he was in that middle of that big scrum. They'd allowed him to run out to the left and then streak up the sideline for what was essentially the not the game-winning touchdown, but what put us near overtime in the first place. That 88-yard touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. Again, just heart-wrenching, and just I threw up in my mouth a little bit watching that. All right, so the Falcons yesterday, not the greatest day. I mean, you could see it kind of playing in the favor of the Colts based on the time of possession. I mean, at the end of the day, the Colts had the ball for 40 minutes and 20 seconds, and the Falcons had the ball for 26 minutes and 9 seconds. So, again, overtime lasted about 6 minutes and change. Before Jonathan Taylor punched it in for his third touchdown of the day. Basically, no real resistance by the Falcons defense. They kept giving up explosion plays over and over and over again in the offensive game and also in special teams, and it has led to the Falcons dropping to 3-6. We are 3 games now. 3 games behind Tampa Bay for first. We are 2 games behind Carolina for second. The only team in the NFC South to win on Sunday, the Saints. The Saints were the only team to get a win, and now they are a game and a half behind Atlanta. So now one thing we do have Carolina in our house this Sunday, so we can kind of try to get right and get back a little bit. But again, the Falcons have lost their 4th straight game. Feelings are not very good. When Raheem Morris was talked to about the game and about some of those third down conversions and things like that, he did speak about that. But real quick, let's take a look at the comparison for our guy Bijan Robinson and Jonathan Taylor. As you can see, again, Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 7.5 yards a carry. Bijan, no slouch at all. I mean, 4.9 yards a carry, but he was kept out of the end zone on the passing and the receiving game. Not a real factor in the receiving game today. 17 carries for 84 yards, but the Falcons just didn't do enough offensively to keep the Colts off the field. It felt like we were going 3 and out repeatedly against them when we needed some stops. And, again, it led to the Colts having the ball for, 14 more minutes than the Falcons did. And, what can we do to get this offense up and moving again? It's hard to tell. I mean, I think some of it, especially on third down, we get stuck in these long down and distances because we have a negative play here or there. And then I feel like Penix tries to get it all back. I mentioned this last week, that if we're on a 2nd and 12 or something like that, first and 15, second and 17, whatever it may be. I feel like Penix challenges himself to get every single yard of it back right away, as opposed to just chopping it down and making it a little bit easier. Cut it in half, take bite-sized pieces. You don't have to eat the entire elephant with one bite. And I think that's what happens sometimes with Penix, is that he tries to do a little hero ball with it and try to, throw for these long first downs. But really, it was a combination of things. I mean, Darnell Mooney was awful yesterday. Awful. He had one catch on 8 targets. One catch on 8 targets. The offense is just not, and David Sills is not, I don't think he's caught a pass yet. Charlie Warner caught a pass yesterday. It's like his second of the season. But our offense, it's got to be more than Drake and Bijan. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches for 38 yards. Again, Mooney, 8 targets, 1 catch for 17 yards. That's it. Bijan Robinson, 2 targets, 2 catches, 4 yards. But again, one of those was an 8-yarder. The other one he lost 4 yards on just because of where the ball was placed. But David Sills, again, just out there running routes, 1 target, and that ball was thrown behind him by Penix. So again, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Sometimes Penix is inaccurate. Other times we're dropping the ball. Other times it's, Penix holding the ball too long, maybe, not wanting to run. Also stepping out of the, just, dancing around a little bit too much and trying to make things happen. Just, sometimes take what the defense gives you and cut your losses. And I think that's what they need to do. But it's not been happening. And Raheem Morris spoke about the abysmal third down offense for the Falcons yesterday. Again, Falcons yesterday on offense on third down, 0 for 8. 0 for 8 on third down. Colts weren't much better. They were 2 for 12, and they were 2 for 4 on fourth. But again, those 2 third downs they converted helped extend drives. Those 2 fourth downs they converted helped extend drives and keep the Falcons offense on the field. So Raheem Morris, speaking to the media in Berlin immediately after the game yesterday, he said you have to find ways to convert those third downs. You have to get them shorter. You have to get them more manageable. When we do get in those third downs, we have to get them. We can't have drops. We can't have any situational problems. Whatever the case may be, we have to figure out how to get those things done. And yeah, he's right. And it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. That right there, and we talk about execution. And, it's easy to hold Zach Robinson accountable because we didn't score enough points to win the game. It's easy to hold the quarterback and the head coach accountable, but you have to look deeper. You have to do a deeper dive into the ball game and see what's going on. Again, I saw Darnell Mooney drop a pass that would have converted a first down. I've seen Michael Penix make some poor throws. I've seen blocks being missed. I saw penalties on offense for the Falcons. So again, until we start doing all these little things right, we may continue to lose ball games, or we're going to depend on the other team to make more mistakes. As you can see, it doesn't matter if we had 6 sacks last week, 7 sacks this week, win the turnover battle. If we continue to crap the bed offensively and continue to make mistakes, situational mistakes at the worst possible time, we're going to continue to struggle and we may continue to lose. But that's what it is. And when you look at the Falcons, that's what's happening. We keep losing in so many different ways. We've had, the first game was the missed field goal by Younghoe Koo. We go out to Charlotte, we just get destroyed after that. The loss to Miami, we just didn't show up. Last week, the loss to the New England Patriots, a game where, again, we have an extra point that we miss. This week, same thing, poor tackling and situational football. Offense can't get it going the way we need to. Again, it's all happening different ways. I know you can look at the offense and say, well, we're not scoring enough points, perhaps, but when the defense gives up over 500 yards in total offense, when they allow one running back to run for 244 yards of rushing, I can't point the finger at Zach Robinson. I just can't. This is a team thing. It's a team loss. Again, it's painful. It sucks. And hopefully we can get that bad feeling out of our mouth sometime soon. But coming up here this Sunday, we have got the Carolina Panthers coming into our building. Hey, Harper. Harper's here with us this morning. And this Sunday, it's a chance for get back, Harper, because the Falcons, the first game in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium and the Panthers home, I was there for that game. The Falcons lost to the Panthers 30-0. That means 30-0. They have to have a better showing this time around. And real quick, we're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Falcons and let you guys know what we've got coming up here down the schedule. So as you can see, we just lost in overtime to the Colts. We got the Panthers coming up next. Harper, who do we play in Week 12?
The Colts.
No, we play the Saints. Week 12. Yes. Yep, the New Orleans Saints. That's who's coming. We're going to go to New Orleans. After we play the Panthers, we're going to play the Saints in New Orleans. And then after the Saints, who do we play?
Jets.
Yep. And then after the Jets, who are we playing after that?
Seahawks.
Yep. And so the good thing is we have 2 of the next 4 games in Atlanta. We have 2 of the, and those are our stronger opponents. 2 of the opponents who we perceive to be weaker, the Jets and the Saints. We actually have those games at home. But how weak really are the Saints and the Jets? Because guess what, Harper? The Saints and the Jets, they both won yesterday. And the Falcons lost. So, again, no game on the schedule right now feels like an easy win or an easy victory. And it's simply because the Falcons are not performing up to standards. And, a lot of times, we've seen it that, we need to fire this person and fire that person. No. Honestly, the players just need to own it, and they need to get out of their own heads or whatever it may be, and step up and execute when the moment comes, when their number's called. I will say this yesterday, Harper. I thought Jalen Walker played phenomenal. I thought Jesse Bates played phenomenal. I even thought that stepping in off the practice squad into action, pressed into action, even Keith Taylor coming off the practice squad, who was wearing number 32 for the Falcons yesterday. I thought Keith Taylor did a nice job defensively for Atlanta. When it comes to, special teams wise, Pinion did okay. The one punt down the middle, not great. Zane Gonzalez, good debut. Our special teams was awful yesterday. You gave up way too many long kick returns and punt returns. But, these are things we have to clean up if we want the Falcons to beat the Panthers on Sunday. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. It's a game that you said the Falcons would win during our prediction show, Harper. How do you feel about the game against the Panthers? Do you think the Falcons have a chance to win? This game is in Atlanta.
I think they might have it maybe a 30% chance to win.
And that's not good because, and the reason why is because, out of 100%, that means you think the Panthers have a 70% chance to win. And they do have 5 wins and 4 losses. And the Panthers right now, they did lose to the Saints yesterday in Charlotte in their own building. So a pretty heartbreaking loss for them. And of course, now the Saints are 2-8, not 1-8. The Jets are now 2-7. This was updated before their games had played yesterday. And we'll see how it all goes this Sunday. But it's going to start with a good week of practice. And hopefully we will get guys back like Matthew Bergeron, who did not play yesterday. And hopefully maybe we'll get Leonard Floyd back. But if we don't, then again, we got to ride with who we got. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it good for today, everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. Could be Harper with us. Might just be me, CG, by yourself. You want to give me a follow? I'm at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. And then Fan Arch is up there in the top left corner. There's our logo right there. My finger's touching it. Fan Arch Co. FANARCHCO. All right. It's Monday. We're going to enjoy our day. Harper ain't got no school today, so we're going to do some stuff. Harper. And tomorrow, too. There you go. All right. All of our veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Appreciate everything that y'all do for the country. We'll check in and see you guys tomorrow. Harper, break it down.
Sayonara and buenos noches. Bye, Falcon fans.